It's the 29th of July, 2016, and the month's almost gone. Where the heck did it go? So today, obviously, I've got the walk that I told you guys about yesterday. Excited about that, but that doesn't happen until 8 tonight. So I'm going to spend my day kind of chilled out, things like that, until it's time for that. I also got an email from one of the no, not sort of, he's a friend of the monthly music mix-up. Great indie artist by the name of Luke Potter. He's fantastic. He really is. But something occurred to me. Why haven't I asked him to be on What's Your Passion yet? So, I did with my response this time. I don't know if he'll say yes or no, and of course, you know, with me, if someone says no, I just move on, right? Nothing to be bummed about. But he is sort of becoming a mainstay on the monthly music mix-up because he keeps on just sending me these awesome tracks. It's awesome. And this one he sent me this time, oh my god, it's like he made a track for me. It's gorgeous. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. We did get an announcement last night, as expected. Most of the Hearthstone podcasters were talking about this. I heard about it from the Angry Chicken, obviously. But it's called One Night in Karazhan, which apparently is based on like some epic raid storyline quest from WoW back in the day. I never played WoW, so this stuff that shows up in Hearthstone is brand new to me, but everyone was excited and I kinda am too. Just from the look of that trailer, it looks like it's gonna be hilarious, ridiculous, and I'm probably gonna like it. The possibility of me going back to Hearthstone Let's Plays at least till I get through that adventure is... It's high. It really is. Because I stopped doing Hearthstone Let's Plays because it was just, you know, same thing over and over, right? But with this, it'll give me something different. No promises, I'm just saying there's a possibility. So if it doesn't happen, don't go, you promised. It's like, no promises. Not at all. So another random instance of me being sort of late to a train, but this little guy now exists. I had enough friends using Bitmoji to where I was like, okay, it's time for me to jump on board. So yeah, there I am. In other news, it's been a long time, but the last of the LEGO Dimensions storyline just got uploaded. There'll be other Dimensions videos. In fact, we're getting ready to record 2 of them. That way this doesn't completely run out. But yeah, main storyline in LEGO Dimensions has been finished. And man, it's a long path, but a really fun one. The moment when you try to make a legitimate transaction online and your bank goes, no, that's gotta be fake. What I'm figuring is that the International Brotherhood of Magicians office, I think, might be in California, I think. So I did that earlier, I renewed. So I'm thinking that because then I tried to make a transaction that was also in California after that, they got suspicious. So guys, the moment I've been waiting for. It's here. The card. And shake it out. Here it is. My karma card. So this little sucker will take care of my being out with my iPod problems. Hopefully. And it's got one of these packaging openers like a thing of snacks. Interesting. So I ripped that off. Reach inside. Here's the charging cord. Nice and slim, I like that. Reach in here. It's always hard doing this one-handed. And here's all my documentation, stuff like that. Then finally, the thing itself in a nice... I like this carrying case, actually. That's pretty freaking sweet. I didn't expect that. But now, the final actual thing. Again, one-handed, very difficult to do, but here it is. Nice. Not too heavy. Like I said, kind of nice and thin. So yeah, this'll work. I can easily slip it in a vest pocket. The thing, oddly, won't get any use until I go to town because I live in a dead zone. That's why I don't own a cell phone. But this, on the other hand, where it doesn't run out, because this thing is designed to where you can do a monthly plan if you want, but you can also prepay it and load it up and it never runs out. So that's what I'm going with. I won't be using a bunch of data out and about, usually notifications and messages, and not most pictures, so yeah, this ought to work for that. And I might do some experimentation with what the size of a snap is, and might still Snapchat on the go. Depends, though. It's going to be experimentation for this thing. This is a thing showing me how to put it in sleep mode, which should be great. And then, I love that their legal paper says, because our lawyer said so, and then inside it's got all of that information. I checked to see if setup was possible from the house, and it's not. So, yeah. This little sucker will have to wait till town. My friend Cliff is actually going to do a webinar in about 2 minutes, in fact. It's 12 common mistakes people make about podcasting, and I'm curious what he's going to talk about, so yeah, that's why I'm here. Because, hey, even though I've been at this for like 5 years, you can never learn too much. And if you ever think you're at the top, quit fooling yourself.
12 common mistakes that I see podcasters make all the time, and there are things that you can avoid, and if you avoid these mistakes, you can take your own.
That was a good talk. I enjoyed that. Got some stuff out of it, as I suspected I was going to. So yeah. Oh, what's that noise in the background, you think? This had better clear up before 8. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm going to be very annoyed. Rain's already cooling down outside, thankfully, and it's hours before I have to be there. It's only 3:40, so should be good, thankfully. The weather seems to be clearing up quite nicely to where I don't think we're going to have any problems with the walk, which makes me happy. And anyone in attendance of that, as well as anyone that will be paying attention to the snaps from it later, might see something extraordinarily rare. I wasn't going to do a run in jeans for obvious reasons, so I borrowed a pair of shorts off of Dad. Why is this rare? I don't wear shorts. It's not a one take snap. It's not a mental thing like me going, ew, my legs, or anything like that. I just don't like shorts. I've just found them always kind of, let's go with unpractical for me. I just like jeans more than I do shorts. So yeah, even on one of the hottest days of the year, you'll probably see me wearing jeans way before you'll see me ever wearing a pair of shorts. So today, for one day only, you'll get to see me in shorts. I'll make any other further jokes and it'd just be creepy. And I'm also going to bring a change of clothes with me just in case, because honestly, because this is a color walk, and I'm going by myself because everyone else is too exhausted, it means I'll have to drive myself home too. And I don't know if that powder gets out of car upholstery, so I'm taking a change of clothes to be safe. But yeah, I'll probably do a couple of snaps from there, but like I said, don't expect me to snap while I'm running or stuff like that, because, yeah. If this were a normal run, actually, you could probably expect that, but because it's a powder run, I don't want that stuff getting on the iPod and the nooks and crannies and everything. And don't think it hasn't occurred to me that I could put it in a Ziploc bag and use the Bluetooth remote. Trust me, I thought of that. Because quite frankly, anyone that'd see me on this walk would not be surprised if a gorilla pod was attached to my shoulder, but I'm just not going to do it. So here we are. Got my lovely little number and everything. This is what I'm running in. Yeah, so ought to be fun. I'll probably take the bracelet off before I go, though, because I usually don't do exercise and stuff with it on. Although, to be fair, as much as I wear this thing, that's about the only time this thing leaves my wrist, so yeah. I think it's appropriate for that, at least. So yeah, I'm gonna head on over. I know it's early, but I know the organizers are also there already, too, so figure, you know me. Plus, it's gonna be a social area anyway, so I can walk around. Although, I did notice one thing that's got my geek senses tingling just a tad. Under my tag here, there's this. I think it's an RFID tag. I'm not entirely sure. I'll find out when I get there, I suppose. By the way, it's bugging me that that happened when I was shaving and I can't get it off. But oh well. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. So onwards to town! I'll also admit I'm a bit disoriented, by the way, because I'm also going vestless, because that thing will just get in my way over in town if I take it, because I'll have to take it off. So instead, I've got the keys with no pocket to put them in later. I've got the iPod in one. Well, not right now, obviously. And then I've got the Karma card in the other. So yeah, it's one of those where I'm going skeleton crew this time with the stuff that I'm taking. So, nice. So here I am. I'm at town. And I'm testing to see how much a snap takes on my Karma, because that's how this is connecting right now. Yeah, I just tried and it was loading too dang slow, so that's not going to happen while I'm mobile. It won't be a thing of data, it's just I'm not going to sit there and let it churn. So I can actually explain this to you guys now. This is a color walk, and it's for two causes, really. It's for... By the way, there's an interview going on in the background, and I'm distracted because it's one of my friends being interviewed by the radio. Yeah. Anyway, it's both for people who are, well, they can't afford air conditioning, and in the South, that's deadly. And it also has a cancer cost to it, too. Hence why the powder is pink. And I've got some. There you are. This is the stuff they're going to be tossing on us as we go. You'll notice that I was wearing a white shirt, so it should show up very nicely. But it's also set up to where the reason why I have one is because everyone pops them at the beginning of the race just as a way to get it started. So it's pretty nice. Like I said, this is the first public walk I have ever done, so it's exciting. Also, this is the first time I've Snapchatted from a public event in Williamsburg and not a single person is noticing me. Kinda nice. I was worried about that. Also, it's neat that the radio station has a truck over there broadcasting, but I'm staring at him, interviewing him with an iPhone. It's kind of nice. Also, that last snap was a bit close to my face. Apologies. You almost looked up my nose. That wouldn't have been pleasant. And once he gets done with that interview, I might try to get a word with him for you guys. So, just depends. I suppose I could explain instead of being so vague. One of the people that's the main sponsors of this is Christopher Chiropractic. Now, if those two words sound familiar, if you listen to What's Your Passion, that would be why. About a year ago, I interviewed him and his wife, Elizabeth. Matthew and Elizabeth Christopher. So yeah, this is exciting. They got a bunch of volunteers because obviously there has to be people at the different checkpoints to throw the powder at us in the first place, right? So there they are, getting their organization down pat. I love seeing Matt in action like this. He's always a good leader. Don't know if he knows I said that. Or he might see this later and blush, but I don't care. I'm giving him a compliment and he'll just have to take it, even if he doesn't know I've given it to him. He's too busy checking out stuff right now. He took a group to get in position, so I might get him after the race. The local bank brought their ice cream machine, so that's another thing. I'm not going to eat it before the race. That would be ridiculous. Let me put it this way. There's a reason why I do my walks before I eat, because if I did it afterwards, it wouldn't be pleasant. Color fights have already been breaking out with the powder. I've seen about 4 of them at this point. It's hilarious. Making me laugh my head off. Which, for you locals, the radio guy did say we have confirmation that the golf cart will be in attendance. For you non-locals, the mayor owns a golf cart that he sort of trundles around town in. So, yes, the golf cart will be in attendance. And it's about 20 minutes till the race, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the car and see you on the other side. Oh my lord, look at that. Okay, so here's what it'll look like afterwards. Woo! Remember the instructions I told you about, or maybe I was telling someone about not hitting in the face. Yeah, someone accidentally hit me in the face, but I'm good. I even strategically aimed my head at one of the water things so that it'd wash a bit off, but yeah, I'm good. Just hilariously painted now, but good. And this stuff is cornstarch, so it should come out easily off. Whew. The sweat's just coming off me pink. I'm at least gonna find a clean spot on this shirt and wipe the glasses off, because this would be ridiculous. But I probably guesstimate around, took me about 16 minutes for the while. I had to walk a bit because I got winded at some point. Because the course featured going up a hill and everything like that, and you know me, I'm a flat surface walker, so this was an extra workout for me. I seriously keep on having to spit out cornstarch. It's a bit blah. if you catch my drift, at least. But yeah, it was a blast, and I would totally do this again next year. Fantastic. Oh, and the RFID tag, it was to keep track of our times. They had these little readers that scanned when we started and finished. So yeah. Also, while I was doing that last snap, this little kid looked at me like he was in a horror story. I've got friends here, hold on.
We have a tube of chapstick. Congratulations.
Beaten by one person in my age group. One, I must find my nemesis and destroy them. Kidding. Congrats, whoever that is. I really did push myself today instead of going easy. Like I said, I had to do a moment where I walked otherwise. That was a healthy thing to do, but yeah. And this stuff is starting to dry now and it's looking bizarre. So, I kind of like the look. Place is starting to clear out now after the awards ceremony. All in all, a good first time for me to do this, I think. Okay, so I promised you guys, and here he is, Matthew Christopher, one of the organizers of the event.
How's it going?
Anyway, I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. I'm actually going to steal Chris Strubb's format because he's done it a bunch, so why not? So, here's the question. First of all, how many people did we have this year, and how much money got raised altogether? I think at Cornstarch.
I think we had 280 runners, and we brought in, we know, over $3,500. We can't say with exact certainty, but it was pretty good. We were impressed.
Awesome, fantastic. And how did you feel that the event went, you know, kind of as a whole, watching it from the out?
It went as good as I would have expected. The new chip timers helped out a lot. Just lots of people, the community being involved. It was awesome.
Okay, well, excellent. Thanks for taking time out to just talk to me on here.
Hey, not a deal, man. Thanks for coming out.
Okay. So now I'm back in the car, had a good chat with Matt and everything after we asked those questions, and yeah, time to go home. And that change of clothes I thought I was going to need? Nah, I'm good. I can go home like this. Plus, it'll make Mom and Dad laugh when I walk through the door. So now I'm back home. Had to talk to Mom and Dad. I talked to Mom and Dad for like 30 minutes because I was pumped, okay, guys? I was really pumped. Because this whole thing, apart from it being a charity event, which immediately makes me have a heart spot for it, right? But the whole thing was a personal goal for me. I wanted to get through this, and it was good. I strove to push myself farther than I had before. You know, this was a run. It was a run-walk, but mostly a run. And given that I'm just a walker, that was going to push me, and it was running up hills and stuff like that. So yes, it was a personal thing for me. And without getting a big head, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go, I rocked, you know, or something like that. It's just not me, right? But I feel good with what I achieved tonight, because I achieved the success that I wanted to. I really pushed myself. And yeah, it came with a second place reward, but honestly, even if 2 other people had beaten me and I didn't get that, I still would be happy with what I achieved tonight. Now, as soon as I get all of these snaps uploaded, because, woo, this is going to be a long one, but when I get all these snaps uploaded, this needs to go. As much as I love the warrior paint look, it's time for me to hop in a shower and clean up. I think I've worn it enough. There we are. War paint removed, as it were. I think I got it all. Especially in the nooks and crannies of my glasses and stuff. That was the difficult part. Mainly difficult because without my glasses, I'm blind as a bat. So I was sitting there going, is that? Yeah, I think that's a little bit. And now that I've relaxed a bit, the adrenaline is starting to wear off. So I'm starting to feel that shake that you get, right? Good shake. It's the shake that you get after an exercise and your body's like, you did that to me? How dare you? And not the unhealthy sign, like you've gone too far, right? There's a big difference between your body just trying to be slobbish and telling you really done screwed up. And this is more along the lines of my body just saying, you haven't pushed me that far before. I don't know how to react to this. It's like a soreness, but not quite. Although I suspect I might be feeling soreness in the morning. We'll just see when we get there, right? So I think for now, I'm going to call it a night on Snapchat. I'll probably be up for about an hour just to relax and then head off to bed. So with that, I look to you and say, good night, everybody. Hope you sleep well.